step one, making coffee. Fill the water up above the 500 line and then set it on oolong 195 and fire that up. Then we're going to open up this cabinet and pull down 4 things. Aeropress thingies. We're going to pull down the scoop. We're going to pull down the bin of beans and a mug. There we go. 4 things. Alright. Okay. This is the bin of beans. Pop the top, pull it off. Grab the scoop. You do 1 full scoop and 1/2 scoop. Open the top, full scoop, 1/2 scoop. I don't know. That's what it looks like. And then goes the bin. The top back on. And then spin the dial to 4. Alright, that's noisy. So I actually also try to put something in front of the grounds collector because it tends to slide out every now and then, but I mean you can just put the Aeropress tray right in front of it and that'll do the trick. Alright, so when this is done you can put the beans and the scoop back up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. If you want to preheat it, you can put a little bit of water in there and then heat it up for a minute in the microwave. I'm going to do that now. Alright, so let's get the grounds into the Aeropress body. So this is the Aeropress body. It has a flange on the bottom, numbers on the side. This here is a funnel. And you put that into the non-flanged side. Grab the filter cap and a single paper filter. They're actually pretty thin, and oftentimes when I go to grab one I get 2 instead. Fits snugly into the bottom, onto the bottom, and then a small bit of turning and then it's affixed. So we pull, I'm going to pull this straight out. Actually knock it around first if you want, and then pull it straight out. Dump. Tap. Grounds collector goes back into the grinder, funnel goes back on top of the filters, and we are ready with our Aeropress. I'm going to bring this all over to the sink along with the hot water kettle and the mug. Okay, so I'm over by the sink now because I'm going to need water to rinse things once I start brewing. Particularly, there are 2 things that need rinsing while you're brewing. This needs to be wet. So I'm going to do that just before I stick it in. This, well, it's used for stirring inside this and it gets pretty mucky. So I generally rinse it whenever I'm done using it. So here we go. This mug has hot water in it. I'm going to pour that out before we begin. There's a timer in my flatware storage, so I'm going to go ahead and set that to 1 minute right now. Aeropress body goes on top of the mug, and then I fill above the 4 line. Dots on it. Turn it around so that you can see the dots. And that's just going to keep filling it up until that mark is above the 4. Okay, that's good. Start my timer. Stir for about 2, 3, 4, 5. Rinse this. And get this wet. And I have 36 seconds left on the timer. So I'm going to let the timer expire, then I'm going to stir again, and then plunge. This can go away. 5 seconds left on the clock. Stir, stir, stir. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Plunge. I'm going to put a little bit of extra weight on it. You can stick your chin on it and it'll plunge a little faster. Not by much. And when it compresses into the coffee grounds, you're done. Alright, so from here, you want to take the filter cap off. Right? The paper filter will stay with the grounds. Right? Some of the coffee will drip into the mug, and then you basically want to rinse this. Rinse the filter cap, and now I have this thing filled with ground still. Just push it straight through into the trash. And then you have a slightly dirty Aeropress, which you can just pull apart and rinse. It all goes back in the tray. That's it. I put the tray away, back in the cabinet. It all air dries in there, and I have a delicious cup of coffee.